Hello and welcome to today's video. We will be talking about Boney M and how it is the biggest hoax in the music industry. Boney M is one of the most popular bands which started in the 1970s and has continued all the way through to the 1990s. It was created by Frank Farian. Boney M has sold over 159 albums worldwide since their first release, with Farian enjoying the majority of the income. They not only received success in their country of origin, but also outside it. However, people were shocked when they found out that it was all a facade. What is Boney M? Boney M was a Euro-Caribbean vocal group founded by Frank Farian, a German record producer and the group's major songwriter. It also consisted of Mitchell and Marcia Barrett from Jamaica, Maizie Williams from Montserrat, and Bobby Farrell, a performing artist from Aruba, were the four initial members of the group's official lineup, which was based in West Germany. The group was created in 1976 and rose to prominence during the late 1970s disco era. Since the 1980s, the band has performed with various lineups and personnel. The band has sold around 80 million records worldwide and is known for international hits including Daddy Cool and Rasputin. The band is not together anymore, but their songs are still loved and adored by millions of fans around the globe. How did it begin? In December 1974, German singer-songwriter and later turned music producer Frank Farian recorded a song named Baby Do You Wanna Bump. The song has some deep vocals, as well as the high falsetto backing vocals, and Farian recorded them both himself. Farian was also credited as the writer of the song. However, it was actually a remake of a very popular song called Al Capone by Prince Buster. When the track was ready, Farian used a pseudonym, Boney M, to release it. Farian revealed that the name Boney M came from an Australian detective show called Boney. I turned on the TV one day and it was the end of the detective series. I just caught the credits and it said Boney. Nice name, I thought. Boney, Boney, Boney. Boney M. Boney, 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 Boney M. Nice sound. Simple. Farian revealed in an interview. The song had quite a dry release, but it gradually became famous. When the song became a hit in the Netherlands and Belgium, Farian decided to form a band for live performances and TV appearances. People didn't know that there was no Boney M and Farian had sung the song to himself. For the early performances, Farian sought the help of model-turned-singer Maizie Williams and her Jamaican singer friend Sheila Bonnick, as well as dancer known as Mike. A singer named Natalie arrived in 1975, but was quickly replaced by Jamaican-born Claudia Berry. After Bonnick and Mike had left, Maizie Williams called in Bobby Farrell, an Aruba-based male exotic dancer. Marcia Barrett joined the group, which replaced Claudia Berry, who resigned in February 1976 to pursue a solo career. With Mitchell, a former member of the Les Humphrey Singers, Mitchell, Maizie Williams, Marcia Barrett, and Bobby Farrell were the original members of Boney M. Success in the 70s. Take the Heat Off Me, Boney M's debut album, was released in 1976. Marcia Barrett had previously recorded for Farian, including the title track and Lovin' or Leavin', both of which had previously been recorded in Germany by another Farian band, Gilla. Farian decided to employ solely Mitchell and Marcia Barrett, along with his own studio-enhanced voice, to create the Boney M sound because Maizie Williams' voice was not deemed suitable for recording purposes by Farian. And a tryout with Bobby Farrell playing No Woman No Cry also did not work. The year 1978 was the most successful for the band. They issued a new double A-side single, Rivers of Babylon, Brown Girl in the Ring, which was a smash hit across Europe, reaching #1 in a number of countries, and becoming one of the best-selling singles of all time in the United Kingdom. It was also their most successful hit in the United States, reaching number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. Following that came Nightlight to Venus, their best-selling album, which included smash singles including Rasputin and Painter Man. Interestingly, the band was actually quite famous in the Soviet Union, but when they went there to perform, their most popular song, Rasputin, was banned due to its lyrics and subject of the song. The truth. Even though Bobby Farrell was the group's only male singer, Bobby on the other hand provided almost no vocal contributions to the group's recording, according to Farian. Instead, in the studio, Farian sang the masculine parts of the song. Farrell on the other hand performed the live song. While Bobby Farrell had never sung on the group's songs, it was revealed in 1978 that Maizie Williams had never sung on the studio recordings because her voice wasn't suited for this kind of music, according to Farian in an interview. Farian sought more attractive youngsters to lip-sync his music in front of an audience. As a result, he employed Jamaican session singers Marcia Barrett and Liz Mitchell, Maizie Williams, and Bobby Farrell. As a result, only 2 members of the group sang on the records. The sound of the band in concert was also boosted by supporting vocals. However, all 4 members of the band, including Williams and Farrell, sang live at the band's concerts. Several backing vocalists were added to the band's live sound, which helped to compensate for any vocal shortcomings the group may have had in comparison to studio recordings. However, people were shocked, but they did not care because it had become standard practice in the late 1970s disco genre. In addition, people loved the frontman and his acts at the concert, so they did not bat an eye. In an interview, Williams said, "Yes, Frank brought us all together because he knew we'd look better fronting this band, but we also brought a Caribbean flavor to his sound. Some people suggest we were just Frank's puppets. But during the 70s and 80s, image was as important as the music. The fans wanted a show, and they couldn't care less who was in the band." Final albums and variations within the band. The 5th album by Boney M was supposed to be released in November of 1980, but the recording sessions went into 1981. Bobby Farrell was fired from the group due to his unreliability. This sudden move by Farian proved to be disastrous. Even though the album was quite popular, unlike other albums, it failed to secure a spot in Billboard's Top 100 charts. Plus, after Farrell's departure, the band was unable to promote the album as he was a fan favorite and actually helped the sales. Farian tried to replace Farrell with Reggie Sibbo, but their next album still failed to make an impact on their declining sales and quality. In 1984, Happy Song featured the return of Bobby Farrell and the band returned to Germany's top 20 charts, but popularity was not as potent as before. Farian had visibly lost interest in the group by 1985, and their 8th studio album, I Dance, was widely considered as lackluster and underwhelming. After celebrating the group's 10th anniversary in 1986, the group officially separated following the release of the commercially unsuccessful single Young, Free, and Single, which reached number 48 on the Billboard Hot 100. However, it appears that Farrell and Farian were still not on good terms. Farrell's daughter, Zania Farrell, says Farian deprived Farrell of his rights over Boney M's hits, which caused her father to lose all his income after the band split. When Dad asked Farian for 100,000 marks, he was told to sign some papers. He signed away everything: image rights, royalties, the lot. My father lost everything. We had to move in with my grandmother in the Netherlands and live on welfare, she said. After this point, different variations of the band started emerging and performing live. Some of these variations were actually approved by Farian, while some were formed solely by group members. Marilyn Sherabai took place of Liz Mitchell in one version of the show, which began touring in the first half of 1987. Mitchell rejoined the band for a second leg of the tour in late 1987, while Marcia Barrett left the group soon after. Meanwhile, Bobby Farrell had negotiated an agreement to record a new Boney M album without Farian. When Farrell failed to show up for recording on tour, and Maizie Williams had never sung on record, the album was renamed No One Will Force You, and it was released by Liz Mitchell as her first solo album. Mitchell and Williams competed a tour in 1987-88, replacing Barrett and Farrell with singer Celine Duncan and Ron Gale. Celine Duncan was replaced by Carol Gray, while Ron Gale was replaced by Kurt Dadarin. In an interview, Maizie Williams revealed at one time, Bobby and Liz also had their own versions of the band, and we'd see each other in airports. I still meet Liz sometimes when we're both flying to play in the same city on the same night, but that's okay. It shows there's a lot of demand for Boney M, so there's enough work for all of us. Even though she made it seem like a normal thing, it must have been quite awkward. Unfortunately, the frontman Bobby Farrell died in 2010 while in a hotel in St. Petersburg, Russia. He performed in the same city a day before. An interesting fact is that Farrell actually died in the same city where Rasputin died. Rasputin was the name and subject of Boney M's most iconic song, and Farrell actually dressed up as Rasputin during some of his performances. Conclusion: even after the truth was revealed that neither Bobby Farrell nor Maizie Williams sang a single song on the records of Boney M, there was not much outcry. But when Farian did the same thing with Milli Vanilli, there was a huge backlash and the group even had to return their award. It appears as if Farian had some shyness regarding his performance, so he used to hire attractive-looking individuals to perform his songs. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button to get notified whenever we release another video. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.